Setting up the stream to Zoom. Yeah, welcome everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Um, Welcome to the Mappy Hour Light, I guess. We're short one person. We're short one short person, however you want to put it. But here it is. It's Friday. We made it. So cheers to everybody. Yeah, and then go ahead and put in chat where you're from. And I am trying to figure out. There we go. Now I got chat up as well. So tonight's version is open mic night. The topic choice is yours. Whatever you want to talk about. We'll do extended notes from the field. So no time limit. Okay. That'll
Uh,
uh
JD, are you recording?
I am recording on YouTube.
Okay,
There I think we can no longer record on Zoom.
okay. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me though. Yeah. So yeah, open mic night. And so except for Mike, well, okay, well, maybe Mike can have open mic night. Uh, Ground rules, treat this like an event. We may have kids in the room. Other than that, we know the drill. Uh, Hands up, either physically or with our icons when you would like to speak. And if you have a thought on a current speaker's topic, go ahead and wave as well. We'll get you in early so it can flow along. Yeah. Other than that, let's go ahead and we'll start. And Robert was FTTR, first in the room and first to talk.
All right. First thing that I am doing is I am hosting an event tomorrow. It's my after geocaching Cache Fest event. So that's where we Colorado cachers gather and talk about Cache Fest if they went or not Cache Fest, what they did besides going to Cache Fest and all the adventures with that. And I got to hide my 300th hidden cache. So that was pretty exciting milestone to reach. So that was pretty fun. I picked up a bunch of cache containers from Cache Fest. They had a spin the wheel prize drawing at Cache Fest. So I was able to win a 3D printed bison that had a DNA tube in it. So I created a cache called Where the Buffaloes Roam.
All right. Yeah, welcome everybody. Hold on a second. I know what the problem is. There we go.
Feedback.
Well, and Lisa warned me about this. So, what happens is the YouTube recording is playing, and then so she told me to close the window or turn down the
Big
sound.
Boss is here.
Yeah, which I did need. Yeah, boss is here. Quick, look busy. Okay. What else, Robert? So you got
So yeah, I hit that 3D printed geocache that was a bison from Cache Fest, and I basically created a geocache called Where the Buffaloes Roam.
yeah.
So I hit it in a rock space, and so it's where a buffalo roams, and it created a buffalo cache. And then I got some um, Disney princess themed caches from Pocahontas to Belle to Aurora, and I created a bunch of princess series cache hiddens and then followed up with some other caches with some bottle cap caches. I created one cache that was a Jenny on the Block because the name of the street was Jenny Street. So I named it Jenny on the Block after that famous song. And then I proceeded to create more caches. We have one cacher here that is named Barbasor, and he is a famous geocacher that places a lot of caches and puzzles around Colorado, even as a famous Christmas themed cache. So I create a cache called Hunting Barbasor. So it's a tribute to him and his caches that he's hidden, and it's a little geocache hidden in a tree with a AI story about hunting Barbasor.
Wow. So the AI story is something you asked like Chat GPT, give me a story, give it the
Correct. So, like, I will ask ChatGPT, tell me a story about Barbasor the dinosaur and his friends hunting geocaches. I have also created other AI cache stories caches where I've asked ChatGPT, tell me a story about the Vikings rescuing an Egyptian princess from the samurai. And basically, it'll tell me a story of that, and then I'll create a cache based on that story.
cool.
All right, Lori just jumped
Yeah.
on. I was happy to attend her event from Cache Fest. It's great to meet her there as well. So good to see Lori.
So uh before we get to Lori, Mountain Go Jim, you had your hand up. Did we steal your topic already?
Oh no, it was just something that I was going to do real quick, but I do have a question. Does everyone here know why bison tubes are called bison tubes? Or bisons are called bisons? I know JD does, and I'm
Yeah.
sure Scott does.
Yeah, and Lisa
Curious.
does, yeah.
I have trouble thinking of anything 3D printed being a bison, is what I was getting at.
Okay.
Maybe it's a messenger pod created by bisons.
Oh, that's very, very, very close to reality, sort of, in a not really kind of way. So, Lisa can correct me if I'm wrong. Scott can correct me. The bison tubes that we're all familiar with, I don't have any within arm's reach, is made or marketed by a company called Bison Designs. And their original use is you store up there. Mongo Jim has one. Is you carry your pills around with you in that, and which I did. I used one for its intended purpose, carrying around migraine medicine, and after a while, the medicine just disintegrates from all the vibration, and if you don't use it medicine daily, it turns into dust. um, so Scott, to answer your question, I believe I have one participant can share at a time checked on the share screen thing. Okay, Lori, how you doing?
You go. Oh, there you are.
There.
I'm doing well. I'm out here at the WSGA campout.
Okay. So
There's,
that Horn Rapids.
yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of people. I guess they sold all 22 sites. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Good job. And it's not 112, right?
No, it's not 112. Thank goodness.
Yep.
So, yeah. No, just hopped on to say hi. I did an epic cash event or cash today. Someone drugged me to the top of the horses on I-90.
Oh yeah.
It is no train 3 coming down. I'll tell you that much. It's a higher train coming down.
Well, if you just tuck and roll, it's pretty quick, really.
That's what Alondra kept saying. Just tuck and roll and
Yeah.
hit all those rocks going down. No, we walked up there and grabbed that cash this morning before heading over to the Horn Rapids.
Yeah.
So
And is that is that a new cache or fairly new?
It's a September 2002 out there by Mr. Gadget, but the virtual is I think 2013.
Okay.
So there's two caches up there now to do on the horses. So if anybody's curious who's not from Washington State, Google wild horses on I-90. It's way up on the hilltop and it's a bunch.
Mm-hmm. No, he dropped out, but it's sculptures, metal sculptures of wild horses to honor the Native Americans of our area. Ah, okay. So let's see, Scott, I got you as next.
Well, I just saw that Lisa was there and just wondered if she wanted to pipe in and say anything. Well, she's got all those people, but she's just chit-chatting away, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that, I sort of thought the same thing, but of all people, she should know the rules, right?
She should know the rules.
And I'm
Absolutely.
sure we'll hear from her. What I understand from the area is it's not super great for connectivity.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
yeah. Uh,
All right.
but-
So JD, I tried to share the screen and it says you have blocked it. So
okay, so I'm gonna advance sharing options. All participants. I had hosts only. There you go.
okay.
Okay, so now it should be ready.
It is ready.
Okay.
Now let's see if I'm ready. Nope. Appear not to be. Okay. Let me just get on to what I was going to do.
We can certainly come back to it as well. So
Yeah, we can come back to it. So, I just put a link in the show in the notes,
Mhm.
and I think my main participation this week was setting up a spreadsheet that's going to allow us to keep track of how the community is doing to reach the 15 million mark. My background is what the spreadsheet looks like. Get out of my way. So it has the line, the blue line is what it takes to get up there. That's just the line. And then the red line below is where we are. If we're below the line, we're behind. If we're
Okay.
above the line, we're ahead. And kind of good news. Yeah, 1 second. Let me share screen.
Oh, okay. Let me.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, so there it is. So that's a lot easier to see. So yeah, so to get to 15 million, we got to do 357,000 plus a few every day. And for the first 3 days, we were behind, but as of yesterday, and we're always 1 day behind, we actually did meet that goal. So hopefully, as we come through the weekend and you'll be the GeoBash, Midwest GeoBash, is
Yeah.
probably going to contribute significantly to us hopefully getting above that line and then staying above that line for the 28 or 42 days that we
So,
go.
so tell me again, the link you posted is to.
The link I posted is to this spreadsheet, and
Okay.
anybody who uses that link can see this spreadsheet on their own.
Okay.
And I'll be updating it daily, and we'll see how it goes.
So you're just pulling your data from what geocaching.com
You're
is.
right. Just going to the leaderboard. There's the number. It posts at 7 a.m. UTC every day, and that's I just punch in one number and then bring down some formulas, and away we go.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. So please pass it on, share it, and we'll see how we do.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is use that background like you're using it, but I'm going to use it at work. And people will think like I am Mr. Scientific here and just not tell them what it is, but that's the background.
Just, white out the title.
No, it's pretty cool. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Um, so I really hope Vince will pop in as well, because he had a huge milestone at this event. And yeah, so go ahead, Vince, tell us all about it.
Oop. Hey, everybody, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh yeah, it's the first time I've done this on my phone, so bear with me here a minute. I'm used to my laptop.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no kidding.
oh yeah, everybody can hear and see me?
We can hear you for sure.
Oh yeah, hold on. All right, come on. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now you can still
There
hear
we
me?
go. Yep.
Yeah, I was of course obviously I'm at Midwest Geobash here with a lot of the other group here. And yeah, I hit 17,000 yesterday. I went and did the virtual that they have up here at the 911 memorial here at the Fulton County Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, other than that, yeah, it's been beautiful weather here because some years it gets really, really hot. So it's been like near 80 degrees both the days here today. So it's been beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the rain situation look like?
Uh, we're not looking at potential. I think they had a little bit of light shower activity here, maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
But now there's an increased chance though, but Sunday after
Okay.
the event's done, thank goodness. So
Yeah. Well, congrats on 17,000.
yeah, I mean that's quite a bit, but not bad considering that I've been cashing almost 19 years too. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Scott, you were waving.
I was going to ask Vince, what's the theme of the virtual at the county fair, at the fairgrounds?
it has there's a piece of the World Trade Center that's there, an actual beam. So that's the Fulton County 9/11 memorial. And there's actually a nice little adventure lab that's like right there too. So, and also, yeah, might want to bring up that the Michigan Geocaching Organization sent me a reminder that there's a California to Michigan um, #8 event going on next week, apparently on Friday. So yeah,
Looking forward to it.
Michael sent me a reminder to make sure I don't forget about that morning event next Friday.
Perfect.
So
So before you go, Vince, Robert wants to chime in.
I just wanted to say that we also have a 9/11 memorial here in Broomfield, Colorado, that also has a piece of the World Trade Center, and I've made a virtual cache at it.
Okay, nice. Nice. Does it get found a lot?
Yes, I have a lot of hides on it a lot of finds on it currently. I think I'm up past 100.
Awesome. Okay. Well, good job. Yeah. Where Lori is, she's also real close to a 9/11 memorial as well in the Tri-Cities area, that has, I believe it has a virtual and then a physical as well. So yeah, it's these memorials are amazing. I see Tom Tom Fuller has joined us, and Tom, I got to say, the number of my friends, local friends, that are heading over your way and finding the one and only and posting it on Facebook is amazing. They have a picture of themselves in front of a blockbuster and telling the story. How it's the last one. And I just, want to bust in and say, I know that guy. I know who hit it. Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I got all of the Ashton Eaton geo art published, and I got about 40 of the Olympic rings mystery caches published.
Wow. Okay, so give us a recap again of how many hides this totals.
Uh, Almost 200.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's 136 or so in the Ashton Eaton and 60 in the Olympic rings when I get it done.
Yeah.
I got about 40 of them published now.
Good work. That's a lot of work. A lot of good work.
Yeah, I heard you had record high temperature in Spokane the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was triple digits for sure. And then depending on where in Spokane you were, it was more triple digits than other parts. But yeah, but luckily today and hopefully this weekend, it'll be really nice geocaching weather. Because, we don't want these aliens hanging around. I gotta do my part.
yeah. Uh, yeah, Bend set the record, a new record for a number of consecutive days, 90 and above at 21. Previous record was 19
Yeah.
set in 1927. So,
Hmm.
long, so yeah, I've got a couple to go out and fix on the Olympic rings. I got a couple too close to each other, so I got to go out and fix that tomorrow. So I'll do that while it's cool.
Okay, well, cool. Thanks, Tom. And yeah, just know every time I see my friend's Facebook about the one and only, I'm thinking of you. Great, great cash. So, Scott, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I do. Because the other thing that I did this week, or actually got released this week, is, I did about 84% of Route 66. And so I'm making the little rounds of on the podcasts.
Yeah,
So, so just posted the link to our Route 66 Adventure Lab website. And this one specifically goes to, over the years, all the podcasts that I've been doing. But these last two, I was on Where Is It Now's podcast. And then Joshua and Craig, Joshua Johnson and C. Michelle's have a, not necessarily a geocaching podcast, but it's more of a travel podcast with a lot of geocaching and a lot of that other
Mhm.
game involved.
Yeah.
And so they interviewed me there too. And that was really fun because, we have a little bit of a background. We've known each other for a number of years. And so despite, instead of me just telling them, we were able to relate to some things in the background. So yeah, just click on that link and you can see the podcast,
Perfect.
including the two most recent ones.
Good. I will do that because, yeah, for a travel-based podcast, your travels for that route, I mean, fits right in. It should um, not only be just, Adventure Lab geocaching,
Yep.
but the travel part as well and the other things you see because you're traveling.
Yep.
I will click into that one for sure.
Appreciate it. And well, and then I'll also just also add that, yeah, I've done 84% of it. My wife and I have plane reservations in October to go finish the rest of it and then go up on a family trip up to Michigan. So looking forward to that. And we'll probably do a couple of those remaining podcasts that we didn't do this time.
Excellent. Hey, that is fun.
It is fun.
Well, cool. Uh, let's see. I'm showing Robert.
Yeah, about that Adventure Lab, it looked like that they just released on Geocaching HQ that you can opt in to receive another credit to basically build an Air Adventure Lab. So that's an exciting opportunity that was just released. So I'm really thrilled about that.
Excellent. So how new is that?
Very new. I think they just released it today. Maybe
Okay.
Scott would have a little more information.
They released it yesterday, and what you want to do is to go onto your app, onto your Adventure Lab app. I think you click on your profile, and then there's a place for you to go ahead and request another Adventure Lab. I'm really excited about this because, because the way they've been releasing them, it's been a little haphazard, let's just say. They would release some, and then they released a whole bunch where people could get, like in a 1 month period, they could get 1 to 3 of them, and people who hadn't requested them got Adventure Lab credits. And then those of us who want them, we're just having to wait and wait and wait. And it's been I think it's been over a year since they've released any new ones. So for us to be able to go in there, actually request one, and initially the setup is you'll be able to request one every 3 months. So they're not going to flood the zone and flood it up. And then also they came up with something interesting, a little confusing. They said that you had to be in the top 90% of Adventure Labs to receive an Adventure Lab. The better way to explain it is you can't be in the bottom 10% to
Okay.
receive an Adventure Lab. So,
Okay.
so if you have a crappy Adventure Lab and it's in the bottom 10%, you're not going to be eligible to get a new one.
Okay.
And what they're hoping to do is, people will set better Adventure Labs. If they have one of those that is in the top 10%, they could have an opportunity to change that, or they could go ahead and archive it and then ask for
Oh,
another one.
okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so that's exciting. And Robert, thanks for bringing it up, because I was definitely going to bring it up, and I appreciate that you did.
So while we're here, I'll segue into something just for you, Scott, because we could all go on Searchy and look at our past Mappy hours, especially the early ones where Lisa and I kept calling them lab adventures. And so that in itself is pretty funny. But in our garage, we've put up decorations from our previous geo tours, and one of our geo tours was called filmed in Spokane, and the movie Benny and June was filmed in Spokane. And back then, this was like 2016. We worked with geocaching.com, and I think John had a big part in this as well. But we got 10 lab stops. This was back when these were still experimental. They lasted as long as your event. And we got them, and initially they were good for a year. And that set off people were, oh, this is exciting. And other people, how come you get that? And I think it was one word, mountain bike, or they were trying to roll out to what it is now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking up at one of the decorations on my wall from this, and we called it Lab Cache Adventure. If there was any more way to get wrong, I don't know how. So
And then
yeah.
if I'll add what the way that geocaching.com would like them done, and I think this boat has flowed away and we're not ever going to do it, but they look at the app as the Adventure Lab, and then there are adventures. So you had a 10 location adventure,
Yeah.
and right, and then there's locations. Now I think I think it's like tissue, facial tissue being called Kleenex. They're going to be called Adventure Labs forever because we're never going to get the entire community to resolve them to just call them adventures and locations. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that's funny. Okay, so we gotta see. So Lisa's all dark, so now's a good time to bring her in.
All right, good. Oh, the woman's so beautiful, and you should have brought her in when there was light.
Oh, there they go. The gang's helping out here.
Lisa, you are muted.
So they should be at.
Tell you what.
There you go, Mike. I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Okay.
1 second.
Fingers up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. With no echo.
Yeah, that's good. I'm in the bright light. Okay, everybody. For some reason, I don't have any controls on my phone to turn my volume on and off. So Mike is loaning me his volume. So
See?
I'm going to show you. We got a big crowd here, guys. This is pretty cool. Mind if I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Or no, I need to use my phone.
Well, actually, we can both show because I'm using my camera as well.
Oh, can you guys see? I got people down here. Everybody wave.
You got pretty cameras there. You have your background. Yes. Okay, good.
And then we've got people behind us. Turn back that way. Oh, okay. Awesome. So we've been having a fantastic time at Batch, right, guys?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which camera I should be looking at, that one or this one. Anyway, yeah, so I got out an email. We had a wonderful host here, and he's loaning us his Wi-Fi for a lot of us to connect, and his space at his RV space here. And thank you, Dwayne, was it? What's the name? Denny. I know it's D. Sorry, Denny. Thank you, Denny. I don't think he's here. I think he's actually out cashing. Nice of him to trust us to borrow his space for the evening. And it's been really fun. We met some new folks. I just happened to, find out about Mappy Hour, that we get together every 2 weeks. We've been doing it for 4 years now. And so it's been fun to connect with new folks that are connecting with everyone that we've been, on Mappy Hour previously for some time. Bash is going great. We had the poker run today, and been doing a lot of caching, a lot of adventure labs. I've been doing a lot of caching. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I don't know what else to say. Anything else I should share about being here tonight?
Thanks for holding another Mappy Hour.
Well, yeah, for sure. The weather has been amazing. It's been not too hot. Evenings have been fairly cool and dry and sunny. And I see you got a question.
I do, Lisa. So has everybody there earned their highest fuel for the Cosmic Quest?
I've gotten two.
I've gotten two.
Two. Has everyone got two?
What?
Two souvenirs?
Yes, two.
Yes. And I have no idea.
Yeah. That's right.
I would like to remind that crowd, the point is not to get souvenirs, but to help the aliens.
Right. We need food points. Well, that's how we know how we're doing, is by getting the souvenirs. So, we're traveling, we're at an event, we should get souvenirs, right? There's a bunch of adventure labs, 10 stage ones that are very quick to do. That's been a fun aspect of it as well. We had a poker run, other geocaches in the area, and of course, 1,000 or so people that are camping in one area. It's a ton of fun.
So then what's on the agenda for tomorrow?
What's on the agenda for tomorrow?
Treasure hunt.
Oh, treasure hunt.
Left, right, center.
Left, right, center.
The
Silent
auction.
Silent auction.
I think we already missed that one. Yeah.
The flea market, obviously, that's eats up a lot of my day. That's from 2 to 7 here locally.
Closing.
Closing ceremony, group picture. Group picture. But tomorrow is actually the big mega day. So we're
Right.
having a lot of folks coming in just for the day, along with everybody else that's been camping here. It's grown a lot. It's been 13 years since I've been here, and it's practically doubled, I think, in size and folks and activities have quadrupled. It's, exponential fun and stuff to do here.
Wow. Cool. Oh yeah, so that's a lot more people than when I was at that location.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
One more.
Any questions about Bash while you have all of us here?
Just wanted to say the aliens have said, thank you for your service. They'll really appreciate it.
We're doing good for them, for sure, I think, especially with all of us getting all those adventure labs. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. I'll turn it over to anybody else.
Yeah. So anybody else have any topic they would like to bring up or talk about? So Tom, I see you have your hand up.
Yeah. The Middle Sister Lookout Tower in Idaho is still waiting for a first to find. The lookout took a picture of the blank log for me. I forwarded it to you. I don't know if you got it or not.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, but yeah, he has a fire, a small fire about 1,500 feet down over the hill, but he's assured that he doesn't have to evacuate.
I wonder what a small
Expect
fire.
some smoke.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So let's see, Ashley Fisher, do you have something?
Yeah, I was wondering, two things. How do you explain geocaching to somebody who's never been?
Okay.
And second thing was, how to hide a geocache for the first time?
Aha.
Since I'm still like a technically beginner.
Okay. So yeah, so bad planning on my part. This should have been the first two questions at the very beginning of the hour here. So good work. So how do you guys what suggestions do you have for explaining geocaching? I see a bunch of hands. Is this related to the question? Okay. I know Scott is. Jim? Nope. Okay, we'll go with Scott first.
So the way that I explain it in as few sentences as possible is I say geocaching is a location-based game similar to Pokemon Go because a lot of people are familiar with Pokemon Go. But instead of walking around and searching out mythical aliens to capture or mythical creatures to capture, we're actually looking for containers that the players have hidden, and the players hide the container and then go on to geocaching.com, write up a write-up, and then people go to find it. Every container has a log in it. They'll sign the log. and then they'll put it right back where they found it and then go log it online. So that's a 60-second explanation about geocaching.
And that's very much what I use as well. It, you know, it's very how you presented it, Scott, is very um simple and down to earth without getting into the the weeds of how a GPS works, right? And so yeah, perfect. And then for hiding your first cache, how many actually have you found?
So far, I've found like 5
Right.
so far.
Well, the
And
general
like couple like 2-3 months ago, I released like my first trackable into the Great
Awesome.
Game.
Excellent. Yeah, do that as soon as possible for sure. You know, the general consensus is we get the feeling that if a person finds like between 75 and 100 geocaches, then you pretty much know what what to do on how to hide it. Uh, and so you'll just have that much experience with the different container types, the different difficulties in both the location and the terrain. And the only thing you probably won't know at that time is you actually need to go out and place the container where you want to hide it, then run back to your computer and then submit it for approval, review for approval. Because once it's approved and published, people are going to go out there and find it. And so you want to hide it first, then submit for review. That would be my main take. So, it's certainly up to you, but generally speaking, word on the street is find 75 to 100, get the experience, then you'll know how to hide. And then my advice to you is make sure you place the container and then press, submit for review. Scott?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
And to support what JD is saying, another reason that you want to find 75 to 100 is really what you want to do is set what you like to find. Set what you like to find.
Yes.
You know, if it's puzzles, then that's great. Set some puzzles. That really helps the community have some diversity in their in the type of cache that they have. It's going to take you 75 to 100 to figure out what it is you like to find. And when you do, that's what you set.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Thanks, Scott. Does that help, Ashley?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Okay.
Just disappointed because there used to around an area where I live, there used to be like so many, like 50 of them, but they've dwindled like to like 3 or 4 because no one's found them in like
Mhm.
so long. And what's shocking is we used to have a travel bug hotel, and it got like archived
Right.
like 2 weeks ago because no one found it.
Hmm. Meaning it was missing?
No, it's like
No.
no one's been there.
Oh, okay.
And like I went there like a few months ago to get the the travel bug, but it was gone.
Hmm.
Yep.
So do you live in a pretty rural area, it sounds like?
No, I live in like Mooresville, Indiana.
Huh. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
actually the other thing I would tell you, you can't set caches in the app. You have to go onto the computer, and then in your browser, you'll see,
Mhm.
play, set a geocache. And in that, when you're on the computer, go down to the help section and there's a lot of information about how to set a geocache. So read through that, be familiar with it before you set your first geocache.
Okay. Thanks, Ashley, for that. We're going to move on now to we got Jim Mountain Goat, then we got Nancy. Nancy, the ghost in the background. Okay.
Yeah, I was just getting back to the Adventure Labs and the credits they're giving out. If you go to the app, and it has to be updated in the last 3 days, and open your profile, and about the third choice down is how to create an adventure. And if you click on that, it will tell you if you're eligible or not. And you have to have an active premium membership, no available builder credits, no unpublished adventures. I have one I'm working on, so I can't request a new one until I do something with that one. Your published adventures have to be rated in the top 90%. If you have even one that isn't, you can't request a credit. And then you have a certain date that I guess it has to be 3 months from something. And so anyhow, those are the three things. The one that bothers me is that, maybe you have like a bunch of great adventures and you have one that's a little below the threshold and you have to archive it. Doesn't seem right to me, but
Oh. So, but based on what Scott was telling us, I mean, this has to be well below the threshold, right?
no, it's like, take a look at your adventures. I think the threshold is right around 4.2. Scott, what do you say?
Yeah.
I just want to make, the way that they worded it, it had to be in the, it can, how did they word it? They worded it, it made it sound like it had to be in the top 90%. What it really means is it cannot be in the bottom 10%. So it has
No,
to
it's
be,
the top 90%, trust me.
yeah, it's not, yeah. It's the top 90%, but that means that not being in the top 90% means it is in the bottom 10%. And I confirmed that with Brian on
Okay,
Facebook.
good to know.
So it's a very low threshold, to be in the bottom 10%. I don't know what that number works out to be, but that was confusing. And on Facebook, there were a lot of people who got confused about that wording.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good to know, because what I heard, well,
Yeah.
thank you for clarifying that.
You're very welcome. They would, yeah. I mean, when you think about it, if you have to be in the top 10%, that's very high latitude.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Right. To not be in the top 90% is different. So yeah, you're very welcome. That I'm glad that I was clarifying. Like I said, I had read it exactly how you read it, and maybe 24 hours later, I'm like, wait, that's what it's saying. And then I did go on Facebook, and Brian himself said, yeah, the reading is what you're saying is correct, Scott.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah,
Great
that
information. Thank you.
makes perfect sense. So, and then Leanne LA posted in the chat, but if one is lower rated, you're out with a question mark. And yeah, so
Yeah,
make
but the bottom 10%, it has to be really bad.
exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, J and LA, yes, you would be out. So you have the option of either trying to improve that and make it so it gets out of that bottom 10%, or archive it and request a new one. And if it's in the bottom 10% and it's that crappy,
I'm telling you, I can guarantee you LA does not have anything close to the Oh yeah.
I absolutely agree with you, JD. That woman had, if
Mhm.
if the require was that you had to be in the top 10%, she would
All
be
of hers,
there.
all of hers would be there. And then if the requirement was you have to be better than LA's, none of us would get another credit. But
Nope.
no.
And we got her blushing. That's perfect.
Oh, you know what? I want to hear from the provider of my wife's home for the weekend, Nancy. Go ahead. Come out of the dark and oh man, you look a lot like Bob for being Nancy. We need sound. They must be.
Okay, oh, sound through you?
No, no, no. It was working, Bob.
Is this a Verizon commercial?
Okay.
Awesome. Hey, I hope I'm allowed to discuss the next big mega. I was one of, I don't know how many, 50 people or so selected to be an ambassador for Geo Woodstock.
Woo!
Which will be in Morgantown Memorial Day weekend of next year.
Okay.
And I just was selected, I guess, I don't know, out of the blue. Somebody must have recommended me. I don't know. Thank you, whoever it was. But anyway, so I'm tasked with getting 30 people to put their will attends. Our goal is to get giga status.
Ooh.
So we need 3,000 will attends. And you should put a will attend if there's a reasonable chance you think you might go. We really don't want will attends that are just on there just because.
Okay.
So, but one of the things with my task of getting 30 people is if I do get 30 people that put their will attends, and I guess you could put that Ambassador Bob recommended you, I get an Ambassador Geocoin. So I know that didn't help you much, but I think you guys get entered into special drawings and things like that too.
Okay.
So if you think you might go to Woodstock, they've done a lot of stuff. It's GC ANXX1.
There you go.
Tell
So-
them HT Bob.
Is Nancy ambassador too?
Facing my campground. So that's all.
Okay. Question: Is Nancy an ambassador too?
She is a little salty about that.
By proxy.
She did. She's a little crusty that she did not get selected and I did.
Okay. Well, Nancy, if it's any consolation, if you were an ambassador and Bob was an ambassador, I would say Nancy recommended me to will attend. So
Actually, go ahead and do that.
Get nothing but raspberries from me.
Oh, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
she's a little crusty about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ambassador Bob, thanks for the info. That's awesome. And I definitely, once we decide we're going, which we should know, within 2 weeks of the event, I will.
Second.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll post our will attend and mention that Bob's our ambassador. Good
Well,
work.
I do think there is a deadline for the 3,000.
Okay.
So if you decide sooner than then, that would be great.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you could do
Over
like
now.
you could do like Scott did with us for this Woodstock, as he came to our house, grabbed my hand, actually made me punch things on my computer to the will attend.
Well, you're a little slow learner then, huh?
Yeah, you might have to do it again. Okay, gang. Well, this seems awesome. It looks like you guys over there are having a fine time. And thanks, Mike, for all the technical support here tonight. Definitely. And with that, we're near, full price drinks here. Some people are in a time zone where dinner is. Well, so Nancy gave me the thumbs down. I don't know. Oh, the full price. I got you. Yeah. Oh, then there you go. Yeah.
Any pet chat?
Hang on.
Pets are gone. Oh, you take your phone with you. Just get her in there. Wait a second here. You have better light that way too. You're feeding back to me, so I feel much sound.
Hello.
Oh, Bella's not available.
Okay, you guys
Right
in
here. I took a nap.
51. So
Bella
Lisa,
took a
your
nap.
phone is working.
I'm gonna say something. Good. Oh, it's cat. Right here. Oh, pets are right here.
This is, oh, got that. JD,
Yeah. Hi, Annette.
I need somebody to put the GC code in the chat. I tried GCAN XXY and GCAM XXY, and I'm not getting Geo Woodstock. So I need somebody to type in the code, if they would, in the chat.
Okay.
ANXX1.
ANNX1.
One M.
ANXX1. Right?
No,
One.
Hold on just a second. I am going to highlight or spotlight Lisa, and she is showing GC. Don't move, don't move. Okay, perfect. Right there. GCANXX1 today. Exclamation point. Don't forget the exclamation point. Okay, thanks, Lisa. Did that help, Annette? Okay, perfect. Okay, Lisa, you need to unmute. You were going to say something?
Oh, I was just checking in on my cat. My cat.
Cat. Cat. Have a cat?
Yes.
So his eye is still droopy. He's eating his new food. He loves it.
Okay.
He's eating a lot of his old food because he eats a lot of food. And
He's 16. Oh, wow.
but yeah, he's doing good.
What's your cat's name? Kilo. 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 Okay, thank you.
Okay, folks. So now that we all know that Hilo's doing okay and eating lots of food, might be time to wrap up. Appreciate everybody hanging around with me while the boss is gone, sorta, and lots of fun tonight. Thanks everyone for chiming in. Stationary, mobile, Area 51, and Area 52. Good job. So let's get out there geocaching. Let's get these aliens off our planet, and good luck. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And beers and drinks are free here. Drinks are half
Charles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That is true. You need a power either. Dan, you didn't have to go too far.
Made sure I could see myself so
Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.